Our 20th show. Lady Sarah on the buttons, never misses a beat. And of course, our 20th show. It's all over the place.
This is Keith Fields.
And this is Lady Sarah.
Thank you for joining us for
A cup of tea.
What the heck?
I've got no idea. That was funny. Made me laugh.
So well.
We can always start with a laugh. That's good. So our mission on this show is to be a good news show. We promote Metro Detroit, its people and its communities.
And we have lots of good news today.
And I have to say, sadly, we have some not so good news as well.
Oh, but first, the good news.
First, the good news, yes.
So first, the good news is, to give you a bit of a backtrack, we started this because our live show, the Magic Soiree at Camp Ticonderoga, we had to shut it down, obviously, with this pandemic. But the good news is we've got the go-ahead, and as long as we work with social distancing and all the good things, we can open on the 25th of July.
So we're very, very excited about that. Things have been going very well in Michigan, and the old curve is going down, and we're allowed to open. So fantastic. But there is some not so good news. One of the things we did in the show was close-up magic, and because the close-up magicians are moving around the tables, that's something we've had to drop from the program.
But the good news is that when you come into the room, you'll be in your table of 8, your family bubble, your group, and on the table will be some magic props. And we're going to teach you some magic during the show, and you still won't know how it's done.
So lots of good surprises coming your way, but there's some bad news as well. The bad news is because we have a lot of preparation to do, it means that next week there is going to be no cup of tea. We're going to have to take a week off. Sorry.
But the good news.
Oh, the good news. Yeah.
We're coming back on the 7th of July.
7th of July. And the not so good news is we're only going to be coming back for one show a week when we come back, which is going to be on Tuesdays.
But the good news.
The good news
is it's a whole new format for a cup of tea, a whole new format for Lady Sarah's Magic Soiree, and it's going to be great news for all of you.
Yes, it'll be
hurrah!
Very, very exciting. So what do we want to do?
Did you follow the good news, bad news? He wasn't meant to do any good news. He was just doing the bad news.
Oh, it's so difficult. But anyway, the important thing is what we want to say right now is we want to say a big thank you to all of you for watching the show. We really appreciate our viewers out there and the support you've given us. There's Martin Cox.
People like Martin Cox,
hey,
who's
Martin,
in London right now, who's been on the show. My mother, who's in Wales. Have we got any local people? Mother, lovely to see you. Thank goodness.
Gary Shelton, nice to see you, sir. Neha Saigal.
Yes, she's from the. She's coming. She's here to see Sam. Neha, lovely to see you. Great to see you.
And loads more names coming in. So there's lots going on. Thank you.
Give us a wave, a shout out, big thumbs up. Like the show. Great to see you all. Thank you. Thank you for joining us and being with us.
And today's show. So our second guest, is flying in direct from the Troy Nature Centre.
With her interpreter.
Sam the Bard Owl.
No, Samantha.
Sorry. Samantha the Bard Owl is going to be here with Christina Funk, and that's going to be fun.
It certainly is. And well, you know, they say never work with kids or animals.
It's quite a problem for us, isn't it? Because our daughter is actually producing the show out the back and putting up all the things that you see. And we've got, what could possibly go wrong with this scenario?
Well, to be on the safe side, that's our daughter saying hi. Yeah. To be on the safe side, we needed a safe second guest. So I invited our friend Bizzaro.
I think I've just worked out what could possibly go wrong.
No, this man is phenomenal. If you've watched shows like Penn and Teller Fool Us,
Justin Willman's Magic for Humans,
and the amazing Jonathan, you all know him. He's a local from Michigan.
The biggest magician in the world, David Copperfield.
Then you have seen Bizzaro's work. In fact, we're going to share a little bit of that work with you right now. This guy is incredible. So,
a few of the things he does.
Just a few. Are you ready?
It's exciting. I like this. Just incredible. See, the things they do in special effects on films, this guy creates and makes them happen in real time in front of your face. It's absolutely amazing. He also designs escape rooms, and he is a phenomenal magician in his own right.
Let's see him when he was little.
Oh, look at that. You see, he started off with style, a natural type of style.
Really, darling? I think that's the sulky teenager look, isn't it?
He is an amazing guy. Please welcome the fabulous Bizzaro.
Oh, hold on. I'm adding him to the screen.
How's it going?
It's all go here.
Oh, hello.
How are we? Got to talk quietly. How are you, Mr. Bizzaro?
Fine. How are you guys?
Not your usual perky self, I see.
Well, that's because somebody asked me to get up at 1:30 Pacific time, which is 10 a.m. for me, which I haven't seen in at least 3 or 4 months.
Bizzaro, tell us where you are.
I'm currently in Las Vegas in my studio that I have for filming and doing random videos.
And I have to apologize for it was my fault for getting you up. When we had a conversation about the show, I just clean forgot about the time difference. So thank you so much.
It's all right. You don't know it, but you're going to make it up to me.
I will. I'm sure.
Wow.
I owe you some. And of course, being in show business, we don't get up till the crack of noon. So that's our life. But we'll start off with a quick game of Say Something in British, just to sort of get you into the show a bit gently. Is that all right? I've got a whole pack of British words.
We're going to throw you in the deep end gently.
You got to pick a word. Just say stop anytime you want to.
Oh, stop.
Okay, we're going to go with that one there. Did you notice the rollover? I thought you probably would. The word of the day is diamond geyser. Diamond geyser. We'll get that off on the screen so you can see it. Do you have any idea or guess what the diamond geyser could be?
I mean, it sounds like something that you would say to Elizabeth Taylor here in the States.
Yeah.
or Liberace. They were geezers with a lot of like jewelry on them. So.
Yeah.
I like that. That's very good. That's very good. And topical and amusing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, topical. I mean, topical for Vegas.
Yeah. Liberace, topical for Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's him.
So I want to talk to you today about one of the things that I know you work on, because every time I meet you, I discover something new about you. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do at the moment. But one of the things you do is you design and work with escape rooms.
Yes.
Can you tell us, for people who haven't been to one, what an escape room is all about and how it works?
Well, I describe escape rooms 2 different ways, depending on the people who I talk to. If I meet somebody and I know they play video games, I basically say it's a real life video game. It's something you go into, you get clues, you solve puzzles, and you have a goal to escape. And then if they don't know they don't play video games, I basically say it's a game that you go into a room and you are the original scenario. The original concept of escape rooms was it was like a room full of puzzles that you had to escape from. That was the only goal. But most of the newer ones now have a different goal. They usually you may have 1 or 2 goals. Usually it is to, like, let's say you go into you're a bunch of art thieves, you go into an art gallery to steal a painting, and then sometimes you have to escape. Sometimes it's just steal the painting and you win. So it's essentially just a game with interactive elements and puzzles, and sometimes actors, not usually, but sometimes. And some of the places have amazing like sets, and you go in and you're transported to another world. For me, they're magic, and that's why one of the reasons I like them, because they're magical.
Yeah. No, we've done some of them, haven't we?
It's a bit like you're actually being a part of your own story.
Yes.
It's like a story thing you go through and you experience it. And if you've never done something like this, it's worth getting a group of people together.
We've done it, Bizzaro, and we escaped.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We have a 100% record.
Are you sure they didn't just let you out?
No.
They said, will you please be quiet or just leave?
We've done some.
For people at home who haven't done them, I will say, if you ever decide to do one, don't do just one and judge it off that, because the level of quality varies from place to place. So, do like 3 of them before you decide you do or don't like it.
So we've done 1 here. We've done 2 here in Detroit in Royal Oak. And then you did a summer.
We had a show in Gatlinburg, and they just opened one up down there, so we did that one, and
then we did one in New Zealand.
Yeah, so did it involve sheep?
We went to a place. We went to a place called, I don't know if you've ever heard of this place. It's in your area, your head area or your professional area. Wannaka's Wonderful World of Weirdness. Have you heard of that place?
Can you say Wanaka?
Wanaka.
It's in Wanaka in New Zealand. It's like an illusion museum. It's just fantastic, just to mention it.
But Bizzaro, how do you come up with the puzzles? How do you come up with the ideas?
What's the inspiration?
I mean, it's usually just like anything else, like the way I create magic. I just think what would be cool to see. You know, it's like, oh, wouldn't this be? But usually, actually, that's only half true because it's me and two other magicians who are kind of have a company together called Test Subjects, testsubjects.com for those of you who might care. And we basically write the story, and then we create the puzzles based on the story because we feel that the story should drive the puzzles should drive the story. And so it's kind of like how we create magic. We think of the effect first. We're like, hey, we want the audience to experience this. Then we worry about method later. You know, it's that kind of stuff. So I actually brought. I mean, I have a couple props I could show you if you want. I brought.
Yes, go on, bring us a prop.
So this is something. This is one of the things I've been working on while I've been in quarantine. This is a product for escape rooms. There are these locks here that look very old, right? They look like old locks and stuff. But these are actually shells that go over modern locks. What's neat about these is once you open these up, the key can't be removed because people lose keys all the time in these rooms. So this is one of the things that it's like I was looking around. I'm like, hey, what do we not have access to in the escape room business? And it's like, oh, vintage looking locks that don't suck, that are not great. But that's only a kind of an accessory thing. I'm going to show you this. Check this guy out. Wow.
It's a cake.
Yes, we have those.
Well, actually, this is something I just got to figure out how to open it. This is something I just made for somebody here in town that I'm going to show you. And this here, it's meant to look like a vintage radio from the 50s,
right.
But it is not. This is brand new. It just looks old.
Yeah.
And I have to hold on. I have to turn on the power source here. Hold on a second. Here we go. Hold on a second. I got to turn this on. Here we go. All right.
I knew it was going to be that kind of a show.
So now this radio will start making noise. You can see it lights up a little bit there. Yeah. And then we have to tune in to the right frequency. That let's see if I can remember what the right frequency is. Oh, you know what? We got to put the antenna in. That's why. Oh. We've contacted aliens.
Bring it, Bizzaro. Outrageous.
So is that
so that's some stuff I've been working on.
Is that a game room prop or is that a?
Yeah, it's for an escape room that somebody hired me to make. So somebody said, "Hey, I need this thing that does this thing," and I went, "All right." So I made this thing.
It must be. I mean, I think that's absolutely just amazing. The crazy thing. Hey, now listen. I did say earlier you are a master on the world of magic. I'm hoping that you maybe have some magic that you can. I'm hoping you have something a bit better than that you can show us today.
No.
Better than that? Yeah. Inconceivable. I might. I probably have some. Something down in my cupboard, my pantry. I can go retrieve.
Oh, look at him with his pantry.
He's got a pantry.
Oh, nice one. Bizzaro, we want to have you back after our next guest to show us some magic. Will that be okay? Can you do that?
I'll do my best. Just for you.
Don't
go back to bed. Okay, don't fall asleep. We need you. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Thank you so much.
See you in a row. Wow.
Yeah, it's just incredible. I love going and visiting and seeing what he's working on. It's one of the highlights of my trip to Vegas, just to go and see his Aladdin's cave of a house.
I can't believe he's awake, actually.
So let's move on, otherwise we won't get through today's show. We've got too much in. We love to get outside. We love to go and visit nature centres, and we're very lucky to have a really good one right here in Troy.
Yes, somewhere to take the kids.
And the adults.
Yes. Now, I've been to the Troy Nature Centre with my dear friends, the Maulers. We've stopped walking the mall and we maul round the Troy Nature Centre, and it's a wonderful place. Social distancing, good fresh air.
It's outside. It's all
great,
healthy.
Great to be there. And I believe Kathy's watching us, one of our maulers. So it is a good place to explore.
And I do believe we have our next guest ready. It's with Sam.
Well, no, I think Christine. We should see an early picture of Sam.
An early picture of Sam.
Actually, Samantha.
Samantha.
Look, there she is. Isn't she a cutie?
I think there's a story about the confusion of Sam and Samantha that I read on the website, so we'll have a look at that. So please welcome them. They are Samantha and Christina.
Woohoo!
There we go.
How are
Now,
you?
listen, no one act like a mouse, because this thing looks like it could pounce
Look
at
at
any
her.
minute. She's absolutely
Oh, I gotta do a
gorgeous.
close up. Look. Hello, Christine.
Yeah.
No rubbish, Samantha.
Now, you said is Samantha's a barred owl? Is that correct?
Yep, she's called a barred owl, not a barn owl. A lot of people confuse the words with barn.
We were
Yep.
confused talking
Yeah.
about it. What is a barred owl? How does that fit into owl etymology? Etymology, is that the right word? No, it's not.
Entomology is the study of insects.
That's right. Etymology. Is it etymology?
Moving on. Tell us how.
I'm having a senior moment.
That's okay.
Since I lost my hair, I lost my words.
Tell us why she is a barred owl. Is there something?
Yeah, she's called a barred owl because of the feathers on her chest look like bars. That's why she's called a barred owl. Barn owls actually look quite a bit different from barred owls. Yeah.
And they're smaller as well, aren't they? Barn owls?
Barn owls are a little bit smaller, although what I'll say is that owls, birds in general look a lot, they look bigger than they actually are, but especially for owls, because most of what you see is feathers, they're actually quite small underneath. So Sam is not nearly as big or heavy as she looks.
No.
I don't know if you can see my finger here going into her feathers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just an illusion, you see. I'm
Yeah.
like that. I'm
Yeah.
really not as big as I look on camera.
Well, the camera's meant to add, 20 pounds or something, isn't it?
Tell us, she's rehabilitated. Where did she come from?
So Sam came to us with the other 4 owls that we have here, came to us from the Organization for Bat Conservation that was located at the Bat Zone at Cranbrook, and then they moved to Pontiac. They closed back in 2018, unfortunately. I used to work for them before I worked for Stage Nature Center. So I was here for about a year and a half when that other organization closed. And unfortunately, they had 250 animals that they had to find homes for.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I've actually got a little clip here because there are your 5 owls, aren't they?
Yes.
They're all different.
Yes, they are. So we have 2 species, or we have 2 barred owls, which is Sam and Argyle. We have a great horned owl, which is Autumn. And then Mortimer and Rito are our little owls. That's screech owls, eastern screech owls.
Little owls.
Now, I did notice also on that picture with some details about some of the walks that you do. And it's not just the owls, is it? But you have a number of different guided walks around the centre. Tell us a little bit about those.
Yeah, we do a lot of different walks to get people outside. This weekend, actually, we have one of our free walks coming up, which is Walk with a Naturalist. And that one is just so people can get out with one of us and we just see what we see and we talk about what we see on the trails, which there's a lot going on right now. And then we have some more specific walks where we have guided, topics that we look at. Like I'm going to be doing a bat walk this summer where we're going to be looking at bats, fireflies. We might be looking at the pond. So a lot of different topics that we do.
Perfect. And if we come across, will we ever come across a Sam, Christina, in the wild here in Troy? Apart from the nature center?
We do have barred owls that are pretty common in Michigan. As far as we know, we don't have any around here at the Stage Nature Center in Troy. We do have great horned owls and screech owls that live out on the preserve. Barred owls and great horned owls typically don't live in the same areas because they are predators of each other. So a bigger owl will eat a smaller owl.
They're bully owls.
Yeah. So, and these bigger owls, they need a lot more space. So barred owls, you're not a lot of times going to find their habitat, their range overlapping with great horned owls.
And what does she eat?
She eats mice, and depending on the day, she'll get 3 mice a day.
Right. We've got some mice upstairs that our producer has. We could ship them in.
Oh.
We're happy to give you.
I don't think she'd be very happy about that.
No.
She does have mice.
Oops, sorry about that.
That's reducing the conversation.
Perfect.
Now, we know that your centre there actually runs partly on volunteers, and it's a great place. We do encourage people getting involved with the community on this show. It's something we believe in a lot. Tell us a little bit about what the volunteers do and how they can help.
Oh goodness, they help us do everything here because we're such a small staff. The volunteers are just so important to us. They're amazing. So they help us anywhere from manning the front desk, greeting people when they come in, to getting out on the trails and helping us pull invasives, helping us clean the trails. We have volunteers that help us with the gardens, help us clean the windows. So some of them just help us around the building. Right. I have volunteers who go through a special training to help me with the owls. As far as cleaning the cages, it's not glamorous, but they.
We only do glamorous things.
We do glamorous. Yeah. That's how.
Yeah, sorry.
No, volunteering isn't always glamorous, but it is doing some of the most necessary work. And,
absolutely.
Something we.
She's moving her little chin. Is she talking to you? What's she doing?
This is actually called Ghoul Eating, and what that is they do this when they're overheated. So it's kind of like it's panting. They do this when they're overheated or stressed. And before we came on camera here, Sam decided to start jumping around a little bit. So I think she got herself a little worked up. And so she's Ghoul Eating. She's panting a little bit.
Ghoul Eating. I think you do that.
I do a lot of Ghoul Eating. Yeah. I'm a big Ghoul Eater, you know. I always find when I wake up in the morning, a good Ghoul Eat helps.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No
I don't
idea
know that she feels the same way, but all right.
Perfect. Just perfect. So just tell me as well, you also do a YouTube channel, don't you, Christina?
We do. We have a YouTube channel. Hey, Sam.
Keith makes that noise
too.
Yeah,
that's
So we do.
Sorry.
That's okay. We do have a YouTube channel. You can look for the Stage Nature Center. We also have our Facebook page, and actually I've been doing live virtual programs twice a week since March on our live Facebook, on our Facebook page. And I only have 2 left because I'm doing them through the end of June now that we're reopened and we're doing our in-person programs again. But I do have 2 left of those.
We watched quite a few of those ourselves, and they were really well done and really interesting. So thank you for all your work there, and thank you for sharing all that information.
And people get involved with the Troy Nature Society. It really is a wonderful place. Tell me, Christina, does Sam like magic?
She might. I don't know. We can try it out.
We'll find out, because I see from the screens that Bizzaro is looking like he's back and ready.
Right, he's ready. I'm bringing in Bizzaro.
He still doesn't look any more awake than he was earlier.
No.
Bizzaro, are you ready for us?
I mean, clearly.
So we shall throw it. Shall we give you the big introduction? Is that the way it works?
Oh, sure. Why not? Yeah. I mean, I'd like to hear people lie about me. It's great. Go ahead.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome all the way from Las Vegas in Nevada, the wonderful Bizzaro. Oh, Bizzaro. I think you're a man who every time lives up to his name, at the very least.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was our friend Fred Lender just said so bizarre. That was just crazy. Love it. Bizzaro,
Lovely.
for a man who's half asleep, you still work miracles, but I'm going to ask you to work one more miracle for us.
One more miracle, Bizzaro.
We always like to finish this show on a positive thought. So before you fall asleep, do you have a positive thought you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, there's a song by the lead singer of a band named Cowboy Mouth. The lead singer's name is Fred LeBlanc, and he has a song that I very much kind of subscribe to, and it is "Be Whoever You Are."
Yeah.
That's very good.
Oh,
Yeah, that's kind of like a bit deep, isn't it?
That's deep. Yes. Okay. Be whoever you are. I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Christina,
yes. Come with a thought with your lovely Sam over here.
Sam, look at us, Sam. Oh, look, it's almost like you can hear.
No.
Sam, what's your positive thought for the day?
So, what my encouragement right now is to get outside, because a lot of people are inside, either in quarantine or they still don't feel safe going into buildings. I think right now is a great time to just get out in nature and explore it and see what all it has to offer. And I feel like a lot more people are actually being brought back to nature through all of this. That's one of the positive things I take through what's happened with COVID, is that people are finding a reconnection with nature and getting outside.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. More time outside.
Yeah.
Maybe not in Vegas because it's blinking hot.
200 degrees Kelvin here. It's great.
That's nearly the temperature of the sun. It's just not right.
And it feels like it when you go outside.
Darling, you're going to tell them what a diamond geezer
yes,
means.
diamond geezer. Before we forget, this is your new word for the day. A diamond geezer. You were actually very close. Did we get a guess from
Christina? No.
We forgot to ask you to guess. Christina, quick guess. Have you got one?
That's okay. I think it's an old owl that gives a lot of pellets.
Oh.
Because pellets, which they cough up, are like diamonds.
They are, aren't they? Yes. No, that's not it. You were fairly close there, Bizzaro. A geezer is normally referred to as a man, not necessarily a criminal. A geezer is kind of a Jack the Lad type of guy, someone who looks cool and everything. And a diamond geezer is a really good guy. So, he'd be smart dressed, he'd look good, but generally speaking, if you say he's a diamond geezer, he's salt of the earth. He's I went to South London, he's salt of the earth. Primo guy, he's number one. So that's your new phrase.
That's your new phrase. Well, look, boys and girls, mums and dads, and Bizzaro, this is our 20th.
And as we said, we're not going to be here next week.
No, we're not.
Taking a week off. But
Keith, we've got a positive thought.
Oh, yes, I can give you a positive thought. One of the things that we talk about in our show a lot is that we are trying to change the world one laugh at a time. And we think what you guys need to do is just laugh a bit more generously and a bit more often. And you'll be surprised how it makes you feel better and makes everyone feel better. So we'll change the world one laugh at a time, but be generous with your laughter.
We like that. Mm-hmm. So for all of you guys out there, thank you so much for watching for the last 20
episodes.
We will be back. We will be opening the soiree.
What day are we back? What's the date? Just to remind you.
On the 7th. Tuesday the 7th.
I've got all the script here. I can't find the... Oh, no, it's the 7th. July the 7th, yes.
7th of July. Thank you for watching for some of our locals, and it's been great to see you. We will have more guests on.
Yes, more fun coming.
More magic. So thank you, Bizzaro.
I've got to say cheerio.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you.
And
Lady
myself.
Sarah.
Cheerio.